This is our second look, snapshot look at the Titans defense in preparation for this weekend's playoff game in Baltimore. And this video really focuses primarily on their coverages in the secondary. They play a lot of zone coverage and a lot of cover two. I think that they're predictable, both in their pre-snap looks and in when they choose to play these coverages. Oftentimes it's when the offense is behind the chains, 1st and 10, 3rd and 9. They'll drop into a cover two, true cover two. I don't think the Titans defenders have a knack for these coverages generally, particularly their second level guys, but pretty much across the board. You can see them out there thinking. You can see multiple guys in an area, mistakes, guys running wide open. And the main thing to me is that they're predictable. They stay with these coverages, and it's all over their game tape. And some of those things work better if you get pressure, but they cannot, or they do not get consistent pressure on the quarterback. And if they come out and play these sorts of coverages against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they're gonna get handled. I think there's a lot of confusion. I think there's a lot of robot type drops without really an instinct or a knack for it. And I think it's on tape a lot. What we have generally early downs is a second level that's going to read pass, and when they do drop, and oftentimes you'll have a cover two look. This is more of a cover three that turns into a pattern matching thing. But keep your eyes on these outside guys here. 26, who's one of their better defenders, turns his back to the quarterback to get presumably to his drop. So he's either robotically dropping here or he's lost. He doesn't know his assignment. He has no idea about what's going on in the flat. No idea about this tight end coming behind the second level. And you see this a lot with them on tape, these kind of robotic drops or confusion in their coverage, two guys in one zone. So we'll look at that a little bit in this video. This is a 2nd down and 17 look, and it should look familiar, I think, to Ravens fans that remember Dean Pease, how he calls defenses. 2nd and 17, again, significant amount of yards to make up, and Pease doesn't squeeze. Drops into cover two. The whole defense drops. I don't think they have a good instinct for this. Everybody's obsessed with the way the quarterback's looking. And this side of the field, the Buccaneers had lined up 3 to that side. Nobody pays any attention to the tight end leaking or to the back in the flat here, including Winston, but that's beside the point. You can count on this cover two, deep cover two look 9 times out of 10 or 3 times out of 4. Again, 26 seems lost to me. Just kind of this, I keep using the word robotic, but that's how it feels when you see these linebackers drop. Just everybody kind of bunched into the same area there. This is a 2nd and 15 call, and there's little doubt that the down and distance factors in significantly to these coverages. Like I said, they're quite predictable. I'm going to back this up and kind of slow motion it a little. And I want you to tell me when it is you think Drew Brees identifies this as cover two. Taking into account all the tape he's studied. Think he's suspecting it now? I think he has a pretty good sense of it. And again, we see confusion. 26, not getting a jam on the receiver, and then just turning his back to the play, and you get 2 defenders roughly the same spot. I don't think 26 knows where he should be here. Brees ends up missing him, the receiver that is. You can see that here. He's trying to hit him just beyond this linebacker. You can see he's coming into a big open space, and he just throws it a little high. Almost gets picked. I see some of these calls as a pattern when it comes to Dean Pease defenses. These deep cover two drops when a team is backed up the way the Colts are, or when you have a lot of yards to make up. These kind of safe and easily readable back end looks. And then he calls a lot of cover, true cover two. underneath as well. In this particular instance, there's a play fake. There wasn't on the previous play. And the linebackers for Tennessee bite really, really hard on that play action, and the middle of the field's wide open. But again, this is a pattern in his play calling, in Pease's play calling. He tends to let people up off the mat with these deep drops and predictable kind of old school cover two looks. To be fair to Tennessee, these are not their starters in terms of their inside backers. That's Correa and 59. Both these guys bite, but in particularly, instead of shuffling, he just comes screaming downhill at that gap. So that much I wouldn't necessarily count on it when the starters are in. This play's worth watching. It turns into a scramble drill, and 1st and 10, everybody at the line, empty back field, and of course you guessed it, with some guys dropping. Guys are wide open. Guys are running open, and multiple Titans, initially anyway, in a zone. You see this zone coverage here. Everybody's sort of accounting for this spot of the field. This guy's wide open. Quarterback doesn't see him. You could hit this guy on 1st down. Once the play breaks down and Brady leaves the pocket, you can just see guys wide open. Eventually, somebody's open in the middle of the field. This safety comes up way across the field in case Brady hits this throw, and like I said, it gets called back for ineligible. But you see guys really just not comfortable. I wanted to go back and watch the Kansas City game because the Chiefs beat Kansas City, and see if these things held true versus Mahomes and the Chiefs. 1st down, so 1st and 10, first play of the game. This looks a lot like cover two. And the thing is, it's not just the back end. It's what the linebackers play. Linebackers are going to hang tough on this run fake, but once they read pass, there it is. This is the key. You can play these predictable coverages. You should probably play them a lot more instinctively than the Titans have shown as a rule. You can get away with this stuff if you can bring pressure. Here they get pressure, but I don't see them consistently bringing pressure. And Mahomes throws it up, and safety makes a play on the ball. But there's little doubt, if he's got time there, somebody's coming open. Mahomes reads it pre-snap, and he confirms it, I'm sure, post-snap. Plus, this is all you're seeing on tape from them. I haven't watched every single series of every game. Far from it, but it's hard for me to believe that a team can be this consistently predictable in their coverages. So Mahomes is aware, certainly, of what's going on here. Going to get this ball. He's going to read cover two. Linebackers are dropping into their spot, and he's going to read this part of the field. See that the deep safety is going to be held by this outside route. Easy pickings. Guy's not even out of his break. That ball's out. That's film study. That's accurate. That's a quarterback who's accurate. But, just confirming what he sees on film, this consistent call in the secondary and in the second level by this Pease-led defense. These deep routes are going to hold this deep safety. This underneath holds the linebacker, and that hole comes open.